We have received requests asking us how a whole-based community society works. In this video, we will introduce the basics that you can start doing in your own neighborhoods right now. Over a decade ago, I had assembled a team and presented an idea for a new community. We called it Eden, and we were going to build it in Ecuador. Even a scientist friend was supportive of the vision. It was centered around the idea of a university that would teach K through university, and it would serve the community instead of large corporations. It was based on being independent and a homestead type community. Unfortunately, some of the people I presented it to were not ready. I heard things like, "How much money am I going to make?" Even a separate business deal that we worked very hard on cut us out, and we were not able to get the funds to build this big project. In some wise words, my scientist friend said, "You may have to start smaller and do what you can before it grows to this level." He was right. So we are now living this as much as we can until others come along. Now with the current world crisis, I think people are ready, and we can create a move towards a community that is run by people and serves the people. The idea is for us to become a community-based whole society. Whole is essential, as we are seeing the crumbling of a hierarchy-based political system across the world. Whole means that it is about the whole body of humanity, and not just favoring the ones at the top. There is no top, and this is why the diagrams are all round. Everyone has the same value. You form councils in each area. These councils can be a few neighbors, a neighborhood, or an entire area. No one is elected, and anyone can join and attend the meetings. You set the time for the meetings. You can meet once a month or as needed. When setting them up and establishing them, you will likely need to meet more often. You meet to address needs of the area the council represents. Each person should move towards self-sufficiency as much as possible. We will do a separate video that covers what basics you should have to be a homestead right where you live. We will also be sharing a S.H.A.P.E document that was created that goes into much greater detail as a transition into a more whole society. Even if you have a small yard, you can produce enough for your family to trade with others who will specialize in something else. For example, one neighbor might have apples and peaches. Another neighbor might grow tomatoes and potatoes. Now, if you have 10 to 20 neighbors in your council, you can see how you will become independent. You can further trade with other councils. It does not have to cost a fortune to become a homestead. We have researched and found the best supplies to get and the practices that will work for better self-sufficiency without costing a great deal of money. We provide all of this for free as it is our contribution to humanity. In fact, we are living what we are promoting. For example, we found a way to incorporate solar without installing huge solar panels that cost thousands of dollars on the roof. The current paradigm will not take care of many of the things we have counted on in the past. Now it is time to take personal responsibility. Think about how control is taken in society. You rely on electric, water, food, and resources. This can no longer be the case if we are to remain free citizens on planet Earth. Now is the time to form these councils and care for each other. Here, you can see how the councils can be set up. Each council can also be called upon when help is needed. You trade with others and solve problems when more input is needed. In order to make this work, we must take on a generous attitude of abundance. If we are self-sufficient and community-minded, we free ourselves from political influence and control. We also free ourselves to have more time with family and friends. It is even suggested that you have a meal once a month with your local council, as it is bonding and a great time to bring your supplies to be shared with others. The regional council is then activated when the need arises. It's formed from multiple councils. Otherwise, you solve local issues with your local councils. Remember, there's no bosses or leaders, just people with expertise that are used as consultants on certain matters. For example, in one local council, you may have someone trained in education. They can become the homeschooling teacher or consultant to families within the local council. It's extremely important to have a council mission. We have created a document we call S.H.A.P.E. We will distribute this and offer it to you for free. You can add or edit this document as it meets your community needs. However, everyone should commit to the Universal Truths Code of Ethics. These are basic standards of living that we should all live by to respect life on the planet Earth and the freedom that each soul should have as a sovereign being. These are the following foundational codes of ethics. All life is sacred. We are creators and co-creators. God, Source, Prime Creator, whichever term you prefer, is beyond politics, dogma, religion, superstitions, and special interests. Remember, we need to be inclusive of others. How your family practices your faith is your personal right, and your neighbors need that freedom too. Souls are on a journey to evolve, develop, and expand consciousness. Personal responsibility is essential for soul development. Support others with altruistic empowerment. Cooperation is beneficial to humanity. Respect for life and environment ensures positive development. Kindness is our responsibility. We have a right to free will, but cannot harm others in the process. Love with unity is our ultimate mission in life. Communicate with respect, integrity, and compassion. Later we will go deeper into what each of these means for a whole community-based society. You can print these and distribute these to each family. The more they become part of your thinking, the more they will encourage free expression and harmony.
Whoa.